push myself or the state into this issue, but we've been there for many years. So Jeff Ellington and I represent all of Van Buren, Indian Creek, and parts of the area. From the first, let me just say, I got involved in politics in 1996 because there was county residents that wasn't getting representation, that didn't have a voice. So everything I've done and continue to do is to give my district, county residents, a voice in every activity that affects you. And annexation is a large footprint we have to deal with. I've got bills I've co-authored, I've got bills I've authored, but you got to look at, most people don't realize the makeup of Indiana. Even though we have 71 Republican legislators, about 20 plus of them really represent highly dense populated urban areas that don't think like we think. So when we have bills that go through, I've been fighting cities and towns, well, since I've been as a county councilman there. It's really hard for me to get my bills out of the House when I have 20-some legislators on my side of the aisle that votes against me because their mayor that they represent tells them to vote against me. So I have an uphill battle, but we're making some progress. In 17, as you know, we put language in the budget. They didn't use all my language. If they would have used my language, that would have affected every city and town. Wouldn't have had the court's decision we had. But I'll take anything I can get. Anything I can get to slow that train down, I'm going to take it. I don't care how we get it. I've had legislation this last couple of years to kill involuntary annexation all across the state. It's not made it to a committee hearing, but I am not going to stop. When the city talks about, cities and towns talks about county residents receiving free city services, they are wrong. We work there, we pay taxes there, they collect that revenue per resident. They fight us, our county commissioners at a local level, on trying to break out the income tax on an unfair advantage. We changed that law last session, or 2 sessions ago I think it was. But it's still not good enough, the makeup's still not good enough, and we're going to continue to work on that. City, sewer, and water is not a city entity. That's a utility that's made up by ratepayers. I don't look at that as a city service. We all share in it because sewer and good water is a community benefit. It benefits all of us. So when they talk about you're receiving city services, well, if you are, you're paying for it, and you're paying more than the average city citizen does because of that, because we're outside. So I will continue to take legislation, but believe me, you have to wake up, you have to go door to door, and even though these petitions right now are not binding for remonstrance, it's going to send a signal, like the county commissioner said, to the city council that they have an uphill battle. And this is a battle we need to stand together with. It doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, because this affects everyone. So my number is 812-327-8118. It's a very complex issue.